Managing a project is all about good communication and collaboration. And I want to share with you our use of Smartsheets, an online collaboration tool that we really like for helping coordinate decision making with our clients. Smartsheets is a very useful online collaboration tool, and we use it to coordinate the selection of all products for a project. I want to show you how it works. Now, the first thing we have in this worksheet, once you're logged in, is a place here that just explains briefly that there are four conditions: one for things we're shopping for, um, one for things that are proposed that we think we're going to select, one for final selections, one once we know that that's what's going to be included, and then finally, an opportunity here to check that something is approved. Now, what we do is create for each area of the project, in this case, I'm going to open up the kitchen here, um, items that will need to be selected. And in this row, we're able here, for instance, to type in whatever the item is. And then here, this is important, there's a drop down that lets us choose which type of product it is. Then we have a manufacturer, a model number if we have that, maybe some notes about the size or the finish, and maybe some comments. Here it's saying that you want to order the lamp as an LED with a certain kind of mount, and we need to confirm the height. And then this is the important part here. In this case, this product's been selected, but let's just say it's only something we're shopping for. We don't have that other detail. We'll select that, but it'll turn it this pink color. And that's set up with some conditional formatting so we can easily see the conditions for each of the items that have been either we're shopping for, they're proposed, or have been selected. And as I said before, once they're finally ready to be approved, if this is checked, it changes to white and this green um, for the selected status. We also have a place here for the vendor and a place here for the vendor contact. Now, the other important thing is over here in the row, this is a place where new rows can be created, but all kinds of other things can be done. And one of the most important is that we can add attachments. So for instance, in this case, we can actually link to the product spec sheet that we have on Dropbox. And there it is. And then it can be shared, opened, etc. Maybe that hasn't been selected yet and you're still shopping. Maybe the website is all we have there. Well, that can be opened up too. Very handy. Um, the other thing here is invaluable. So as we're working on this, we can have a comment. Now, there's not one there. I meant this one here. So here was some information that the client had posted, and then I could respond here. I think this is good, or whatever I have to say, and then save it, and that'll get emailed to the client. Um, the other thing that is nice here is that we can actually set reminders, send an email reminder about this, and maybe say, we need a decision by such and such a date. And this can be, I don't have it filled out here, but the client could be one of the people who's the collaborators here. Um, so all that functionality really helps a lot. Another great thing here is, let's just say we don't want to see, because we have here the tile, the cabinet, the hardware, the plumbing. If we just want to see the lighting, for instance, we can check here. And now we're seeing all the lighting selections for the kitchen, the dining room, the powder room, and the exterior. Once I've done looking at that, I might want to be able to export that, which I can do. Um, I can then remove that and it'll go back, or I can just say, well, not anymore. I could say remove filter. Um, so I think, as you can see, this is really a useful collaboration tool. Now, I said one of the nice things is that people get who are involved get notifications in their email. So right here, I'm going to open up a notification I got for a project in a selection. Here's some note about the backsplash tile exposed edges and a comment from the client saying that they checked it out and something that I can respond to. I could go to that and respond. I can also see a couple other notifications here. This one here is notifying me of anything that has changed. So I can see, and I'm getting this notification. I'm also seeing a discussion down here. So I'm keeping track of the editing being done by the client who is involved in confirming selections and adding information. I'm also getting a notification here about a different file that is actually the project schedule reminding me to update the drawings. So on any of these, and I'll just go back here for a second, there's an option here to edit the rows in Smartsheet. And if I click on that, I can either do it here and not even leave this form. So I can actually, deal with it there, or I can click here and be taken to Smartsheets and then deal with the whole thing. So depending on what I want to respond to in the moment, I have that option, all driven again back by my email. So that's a great piece of functionality. That should give you a pretty good idea of how we use Smartsheets to coordinate and collaborate on making product selections over the course of a project and do it all online. To learn more about Smartsheets, visit their website and take a look at all their very useful resources.